The world on the surface is much different than I would have expected, but it has been 210 years since I was last here. It's amazing. Life. Human life, that is, seems to be rare. That would be expected, of course. Human remains, long old bones, litter the area around Vault 111's surface. Nobody came to clean up the mess. Animal life seems to be thriving. So are the trees and the grass. It's quite abundant here now, as nature has been steadily reclaiming everything. I was afraid I'd come up to see everything dead and massive bomb craters everywhere. Boston. Boston was a great city, full of pride for itself, for its history, and for its baseball team. I loved the Boston Red Sox, even though they hadn't won the World Series since 1918. But Fenway Park and just the spirit of the fans and the team. They're supposed to win the World Series this year. Well, back in 2077. I guess the curse was so bad that the city and the world was destroyed before they could win. Dark humor. Something to give me a chuckle. God knows I need it. I came out east from Jacksonville, Oregon. That's where my family is, or used to be. I still can't get used to the idea that everyone is gone. That's going to take me a while yet. Anyway, Jacksonville was an old gold rush town, somewhat close to the California border. Here in Massachusetts, I got a similar vibe, where we live here in Sanctuary Hills. I like that we lived away from the hustle of the city, but it was still somewhat close if you needed to go there. I can't even see Boston from up here, but I assume it's all gone too. A drive into the city that used to take maybe a few hours in traffic might take days on foot now. And that's not even taking into account anything dangerous that one might run into along the way. Codsworth. Good old Codsworth. I have no idea how he's still functional after 2 centuries. They may not have built a lot of things to last in my time, but the robots, I think those vastly exceeded expectations. I really hope he's all there in that robot brain of his. He was acting odd, but then, well, I know he's a robot and all, but he just seemed a bit more human than I would have given him credit for. He seemed genuinely upset being alone and taking care of the house for all that time. He also seemed to really miss my family and I. Too bad he didn't know a thing about Sean being taken. But, if anything, I have a friend out here after all. He seems to be able to fight and defend himself, killing those giant flies like he did. So, I think he'll come in very handy. Mr. Handy. That's what they used to call the robot line of his. So he said there were people down in Concord. Well, that shouldn't take too long to get to, from here. But I don't know a thing about this world, or who or what lives out there. I'm going to check out the homes in Sanctuary Hills, just to see if I cannot find more food and water, and ammunition. If my training taught me anything, survival comes first, and all I have on me are some old pistols, about 100 rounds, and little food or drink. I won't be living very long at this rate unless I do something about it. My home. I'm almost afraid to go inside. Ugh. Well, the furniture's still here. Hey, my old comic.
There we go.
Still here after 210 years. Well, there's no power. After what I just went through and then seeing my home. There's our toaster. Oh, the notes Nora wrote. You still see her writing. This was me. No more Nuka-Colas, I guess. It's a thing of the past. Ice cold Nuka-Cola. Could use one right now. Oh. My American flag. A little family terminal. Rip the closet door off. Well, there was things that Nora had written. I never got to read. Well, I guess humans only Codsworth, eyes off. I guess now's the time to read it. Holotape reminder. Oh, yes, the holotape that Codsworth gave me. Got to pick a good moment to present it. Special time? After he gets the job? After his speech? Before his speech? Just when we're out having fun as a family? Super Dad deserves super appreciation. This is painful. Codsworth service reminder. I remember her talking about this. The new infant care subroutines are pretty amazing, and I trust Codsworth with Sean implicitly. So why can't he draw my bathwater at anything over 70 degrees? I swear he's doing it on purpose, trying to be funny, but it's getting old. Time to take him in and have some junk rewired, or whatever it is they do. That may have been a safety feature, Nora. I know she likes her baths hotter. Halloween costume materials list. Yeah, it was a week before Halloween, the day the bombs dropped. Red felt, red ribbon, little red booties. Oh, she wanted to make him into a devil, that's right. Use eyebrow pencil to draw on a little mustache? Check Hubris and see if they have a little plastic pitchfork. I would have loved to have seen that. Oh. Professional. Case file notes, blanks versus Kelly. Oh, this is for her law. Gina shouldn't have even had me review this one. It's pretty clear non-starter. Two professional fighters go at it in the ring. One of them loses badly and claims the winner cheated. Doesn't say how and nothing backs up his claim. Seems like a pretty clear case of sore loseritis. Boo-hoo. Pass. Case file notes, Massachusetts versus Silva. I just can't see how the Commonwealth even has a case here. Corsino Silva, 23-year-old Roxbury resident of Cape Verdean descent, charged with the armed robbery of a Slocum's Joe coffee shop. I like that coffee shop. But there's simply no hard evidence. Just the word of Coselli, and even her description of the suspect barely matches Cruz. I think this is the case that gets me back in the game. We've got plenty saved, so I can take it pro bono. Corsino Cruz is just some poor fool who's being set up as the bad guy because the state needs him to be. The hell with that. He's innocent, and I'm going to prove it. Time to show Sean how tough his mummy really is. Things that could have been. Well, that's it from Nora. Dad's files. Well, it's not been so long in my head. It's not been 210 years, but my speech, the early outline, I was gonna, after we went to the park today, I was gonna do another draft. War is hell. Back when my great-great-grandfather was in the army, the U.S. ended World War II by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We've come so far since then, haven't we? Technology has given us domestic robots, fusion-powered cars, portable computers, but we're fooling ourselves. Today in 2077, we're on the brink of total war. What good are high-tech toys now? They can help us escape, but we can't escape the violence in our hearts. War is hell, and if we don't change our ways, we're all going to burn. Note, too weak, too bleak. Focus on family and future. Yeah. I think I needed to add a little bit more to that. That would have just taken me 1 minute to read. Out to everyone. I want to say a few of my personal stories that I had experienced that actually have meaning. Personal calendar. Saturday, October 23rd, the day. Yeah. 8 p.m., speech at the Veterans Hall. You'd think someone who's been shot at in the battlefield could handle a bunch of grizzled vets, but I'm nervous as hell. Picturing them in their underwear is not an option. Nope. Side note, Game 4 of the World Series is being played in the city this afternoon. That never happened. And Boston's primed to win for the first time in forever. I would kill for tickets. It's been over 100 years since Boston's won. Okay. October 26th. Drinks with Fox Company. Go 108th. Probability of us getting drunk and singing the snows of Anchorage. 5 times. 110%. Yeah, well, I was nervous about the speech, but I'll tell you. I'd much rather have gone and done that than had everything happen. Armageddon. Thursday, October 28th. I would definitely trade being nervous as hell than losing Nora and having Sean taken and everything being destroyed in our world. 8 p.m. Date night. Concord's getting a little tired. Thinking we'll head into Boston. Italian? I was looking forward to that. Really was. Sunday, October 31st. All day Halloween. We're still torn on Sean's costume, but I think we've got it narrowed down to 2. I say cop, but my better half thinks a tiny devil would be adorable. She's got a point. Figure we'll take him trick-or-treating around 6 before it gets too dark, and that'll get me home in time to stop that Rosa kid from TPing the house. He's a little bugger, that boy. What was his name? Luis? Yeah, his name was Luis. Okay, I'd like to get out of the computer terminal now. Why would the door be ripped off? Silver tablespoon. Probably the last silverware we have in the house. Oh, this is the mirror that morning. This is a stim pack. The stim pack I saved from the war. I can hear Codsworth outside. Well, since there's holes everywhere in the roof and in the walls, I guess soundproofing is a thing of the past. Yeah, there's still a Mr. Handy Fuel here. It's not empty either. The box that Codsworth came in. Oh, Nora's glasses. Guess I won't be trying those on. Oh, this is our window. The put your hand through it kind of window. All the clothes have been taken, which is expected. Really like that bed. Nothing in my dresser over there. Toy car we gave Sean. Baby rattle. Oh, his book. You're special. Well, if I'm going to get through this, I think intelligence is the way to go. Oh, his crib.
I'm coming, buddy.
Oh, man. That bastard who took him. Blast Radius board game. Sean was too young for that, but Nora and I like to play. Well, that's a tour of the house, alright. What about the yard? I'm actually surprised that the wood is still standing on the fences. Not rotted away to nothing. Well, this tree was a lot smaller back then. Actually, I don't remember there being a tree here. This one. No, it was on the other side of the fence, so these trees are new. Yeah, there were no big trees like this. We had hedges back here. A nice lawn. Nothing now. You know, I'm gonna have to go and get Nora. I don't want to leave her there. Not for too much longer. There's a rabbit over there. I guess the thing to do would be to bury her in the backyard. If this is going to be my home still, I mean, I don't have a home anywhere. I'm certainly not going to call the vault my home. You know what? I think it's time to explore the neighborhood. Let's start with the, Mrs. Rose's. Is there anything nothing in our mailboxes. Typewriter. Oh, more bobby pins.
Sweet.
You know what? This weapons workbench, if I could still use it. To change my guns. Let's see. Well, I need materials to do this. I haven't done this since the war. These old 10mm, I mean, they're alright, but... Duct tape. I guess I'm gonna need the tools I come across. I mean, a typewriter, the parts I can get out of that. More duct tape. A wrench. Yeah. I'll start collecting items and see what I can do to... There's a battery down there. It's a little heavy. You know what? I'll put it in the workshop. I'll start gathering everything and put it all there. A shovel? Huh, I know what I'm going to need to use that for. Well, she was working on her car. I guess this could also work for anything I might need it for. If I can find a car that's usable. After 210 years. Look at this. Now, this is something I can use. Maybe add some weave to my vault jumpsuit. Change the colors if I want. Dye it. Add decals. Oh. I don't know. Electronics were never really my thing, but I suppose that I could learn. I learned the very basics of it. What? The chicken? Most of its feathers are gone. It's got like these pustules on the outside. Ugh. Well, this one has feathers all over. The place is full of these chickens. I can eat them, I guess. Hopefully I won't grow pustules, too. Well, you gotta survive. So, let's check out the homes, then. Well, this has been set up, this looks like somebody's been living here. Radio. Wonder if it's picking up anything. The old microfusion cell is still working. I'm not hearing a thing, though.
You're listening to Diamond City Radio.
Oh.
If you're listening at all.
Can I pick that up on my Pip-Boy?
Next is some Cole Porter.
Colt Porter?
Forces on Earth, international communism.
The old anti-communism spiels. Coffee pod. Wonder what I can get out of that. You guys are still putting out that old propaganda? Everyone stopped listening to that back then. Back in our time, my time. A terminal.
America's reaction to it.
Nice.
A suit in there. It's actually still clean. I think it'd be moldy or moth-eaten, but it's not. Okay, restoration project terminal. We will cruise America. Mrs. Rosa, she always talked about working on that car with her son. Progress. Kind of crazy to think how far Lewis and I have come these past 4 months, and I'm not just talking about the car. I hate getting all poetic, but rebuilding this Corvega really has helped rebuild our relationship. He still misses his dad. God knows we both do, but he's learning that his madre ain't so bad. As for Corvega, most of the bodywork is done, generally speaking. The Corvega that they're working on might not be pretty yet, but it's there. Interior needs new upholstery. Lewis insists on leather. We'll see. As for the engine, ugh, estoy perdido. I'm trying, but there's only so much I can learn from books without any real training. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and talk to the folks at Red Rocket. Yeah, they had a repair shop there. Needed parts. Exhaust manifold, a completely rebuilt engine. Ay Dios mío. Christless exhaust system, 2073 or later. Coolant tank. Seat belts. Lewis wants a roll cage. I don't know how fast he wants to go, but I promise him we'll at least achieve the baseline of 0 to 60 in 0.5 seconds. Oh, those things had some kick to them. Las Drogas. Need more buff out. But why? Supply is drying up. If Hawthorne can't get me more, I'll have to try to score some down in Charleston, but I can't leave the car there with all the crime. What was she doing with buff out? It makes you really, really strong. Totally, you lose your focus, so it dulls the mind. I did take a few, but that was during wartime. Atomic alternator. It's failed again. I told Lewis that only a factory is equipped to rewind the azimuthal couple plasma loops. I wonder if the same containment could hold a fusion reaction? Well, fusion is the way of the future. Fission is... yeah, we're trying to get away from that. Note to Lewis. Lewis, I'm not here. I took the car. Did you see the new hot rodder? There's an article on how to mod the core reactor. I went to a garage east of Quincy to change the reactor from fission to fusion. We won't have to work about... she didn't write this well. Won't have to work about the fuel shortages again. Worry about the fuel shortages again. Not listening to this for the communist propaganda. Anti-communist propaganda. I'm just hoping that I can hear more from that DJ. Diamond City Radio. Where the heck is that? I mean, my Pip-Boy came with a map. Showing all the roads and Greater Boston area, I guess.
Next week we should examine our own system.
Boston's down here.
But for now,
well, wherever this place is, it can't be that far away. I hope. Sometimes radio waves on the AM frequency can carry really, really far. For all I know, this is down in D.C. Well, you would think D.C. would have been hit the hardest. It was our nation's capital. You know what? I have no idea what Codsworth is working on. Unless he's plugging holes in our own home, he's kind of wasting his time. Who cares about the damn hedges or the whatever's left of the grass? So she said Hot Rodder magazine. So they were separated at the end, or maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I saw her. The day the bombs dropped. Okay, well, that's Mrs. Rose's place. Her son was... how old was he? He was 16? He was a little bugger, getting in trouble with the law. I think that project that they're working on with the car, it was something for them to bond over. Why is there a collection of bottle caps? These people just... there's another bobby pin. Suits! Well, they don't have the same protection that my vault suit has. Scalpel. Might be able to use the metal. So somebody was selling drugs? Better not have been in Sanctuary Hills. It's an old Nuka-Cola bottle, empty, of course. Tin can. I could probably use this metal, actually. If I can fashion a sort of body armor to go over my my vault suit. Caps? Full of bottle caps. Okay, people must use these then. Is this the currency of the day? 14 caps. So the one I found up by the vault, I have 15. I don't know what I can get with that, but I didn't think that, I can use this desk fan. I didn't think that any money I come across would be worth it in a world like this. You never know, I mean... There's nothing in this home. Car's even worse off than mine is. I mean, somebody took the tires off these cars. There would have been something underneath it if it was just left. But somebody's been stripping tires. But, you know, I guess these tires are no good, but maybe I could use the rubber at some point, but not right now. A screwdriver. I mean, I have no idea where to go to find Sean. Oh, doghouse. Oh, I'll try to make the best of where I live. Weed eater, weed whacker, whatever they call it, old barbecue. A Nuka cherry, unopened.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yum yum deviled eggs, food.
Excellent.
Well, that's something I really need to look for. Food and drink, but I don't have a source of water. Oh, a little cigar. Well, maybe someone will take it in this day and age. Cigarettes and cigars. I mean, in prisons they were using that as currency. Why not out here? Oh, look, stim pack. Radix. And the Pip-Boy warns me when I'm taking in radiation. Oh, suitcase. Locked. I wonder if there's something in there.
That's it.
Sweater vest and slacks. Well, it'll keep you warm, but I'm looking for protection. However, Codsworth said, I mean, the date of my Pip-Boy is saying that's the same damn day that the bombs dropped. 110 years ago. October 23rd. So I skipped ahead exactly 210 years. And this is the rest of the day. It's almost like that was done on purpose. What are the chances? Check that house. There's... Some of these houses are so destroyed. I can't even get in now. I'll scrap it for the aluminum and anything else I can get in there, but that's a lot of work. Whoa, fireflies. I always used to like wandering about them, the area, in the evening with fireflies about. Something I had forgotten about. Alright, what's in this house?